following presentation of the National Football League.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6th-string quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Pressure, and he's taken down. Bears sack. Grady Jarrett able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
3rd and 12.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's Gervon Dexter who got in to drop him. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is fielded at the 27. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the cornerback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
2nd and 6.
Throwing is Williams. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. To throw, it's Williams. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go. Here's Williams. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
That's good for a Bears first down.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 22 yards for DeAndre Swift. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to lose. He should be backed up to the 25.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let it hit.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. Still going. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's McCarthy. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That one behind his receiver and incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense. offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To the air, Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. He'll try to do it himself. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this will be caught at the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 29 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out comes Minnesota. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To the air with McCarthy. Under pressure, they got him again. Gervon Dexter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He's averaging just 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Williams looking to do it himself. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And this will be a Bears first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
To throw, Williams. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Swift.
Missed.
This will not go down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift from 17 yards out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point. And it is 28-0.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That is incomplete here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over Overston 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Play action. Now Williams.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick.
And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Santos now to add the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he's another one through to extend the lead.
So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now McCarthy.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Able to
to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 43. A little juke. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first and 10, it's Swift. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brings up second and 4.
Right back to Swift again on second down. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Chicago! DeAndre Swift, 40 yards. And the Bears continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it is 42-0.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
And the Vikings first down.
Up the middle, Jones.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
19 Tiger.
They'll go again to Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fighting through, and he's got space. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work one more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Oh, Doozy wide open. It's complete.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'll come up second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On the handoff, this is Swift. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run here with Swift.
Able to power through. And the result here, a pickup leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards to go, second down.
On the pickup brings up second and
Running is Swift.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
229 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
first down.
Swift going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it to air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way to throw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.